Greetings, everybody! God damn, that was an E3.
Yep.
I gotta say,
Some highs, some lows.
Definitely, I think
I am
better than
definitely
last year.
surprised by the highs for me, and what honestly was one of the bigger lows. I'm surprised. This conference took me back.
Yeah, overall, I'd say this was an improvement over 2016 for me, but not 2015. 2015, I don't think will be trumped for a very long time.
What, you mean when Sony fucking destroyed E3?
Yes.
Fucking broke Kickstarter?
Yes.
Last year, Sony still had it going, but I guess it was like the outlier, because there weren't that many other, big, conferences. But this one was definitely above average.
Oh yeah. Even if some things weren't as,
Yeah, we'll get to the bigger.
Sony. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll get to the bigger shocker come Sony, but EA. Let's start off with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually bored. I actually kind of started off slow with so EA started off with showing off Madden, which took everyone by surprise. With last year for FIFA 17 they did the Alex Hunter campaign, which was actually quite a bit of a success. So now they're trying it with Madden. We're getting a Madden story campaign called Longshot, which actually surprisingly it looks like it's covering college football, because if I understood, it's covering like University of Texas or something like that. So, it started kind of with the build up. We got a drum line and all that stuff. And FIFA, we're getting a sequel campaign. Again, featuring Alex Hunter. Hunter Returns.
I want to read books of this.
What?
That's all I'm getting from this. I'm sorry. Just FIFA, Madden story modes. While yes, I get their good additions, I just don't see. I get it's more of an improvement
I'm
for
actually
those games,
planning.
but,
I'm actually planning on picking up FIFA 17 and Madden and FIFA 18, and recording their campaigns for Daybreak. But yeah, and also EA is hosting esports tournaments in the fall.
Is it just going to be Is it only going to be sports games, or is it going to be other stuff too?
Well, that's all EA does. Again, it's like I said, esports.
Well, I mean, yeah, esports.
Literal electronic sports. It's virtual sports.
It's weird that growing.
I'm actually kind of surprised that the actual sport games aren't technically esports.
Well, probably because, in my opinion, I don't think that they have as much quality.
Pull.
I would say
pull,
pool. I would say pool, and also technicality that is required for games like Smash. Or Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, yes, I know there are some people who can master that stuff like the back of their hand. I have met some of these people.
I'd say Madden and FIFA definitely, though.
But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna bring as much of a pool, because why would I'm
The big thing is the fact that the big thing there, it's a yearly release. And the game basically changes every 2 releases, so there's no point in keeping it as a steady esport if the game keeps changing.
That, and I'm sorry, but if I wanted to watch, soccer, I would watch soccer. If I wanted to watch football, I would watch football. That's...
Yeah.
I don't want to watch
for me,
two people with it. I mean, I get it's a cool idea. I just don't think it's going to have a very lasting appeal, if at all.
When it comes to sports, like sports games, I generally only really watch... I generally only really play FIFA. I'm only considering picking Madden back up because of the long shot campaign, and especially since it looks like it's going into college. That's going to be interesting. So yeah, I do like they didn't spend that much time on it. they didn't spend that much time. The only thing that they spent a little bit of too much time on for FIFA, they got like some actual FIFA commentators talking about like hyping up the motion capture technology that they put in for the game.
Oh boy, he kicked the ball.
And outside of that, for NBA, we're getting street courts. So NBA Street. Outside of that, nothing too big from sports, which gladly they didn't spend too much time on. Battlefield 1, we're getting new night maps. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
they
announced
never played Battlefield 1, so
announced
it's a cool idea and concept, but I think what would be really cool is if they could do like a day-night cycle kind of thing. Something I really wish that Players Unknown Battleground or whatever it's called would do.
Unknown Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Is if like you can make a mode to where you could. I get that Player Battlegrounds like you have to keep constricting the thing, but like you could make a custom match or something. To where it would you could do a day-night cycle system, and that would just make it interesting. Like maybe during the night, it's we'll
get more to Battlegrounds in Microsoft.
Yeah, well, I mean that's just more of a comment on it. I'm just using Player Battlegrounds.
You were going in talking about night maps. Yeah, I mean night maps isn't that big a thing. It's just coming in with the new update, and the big thing is we're getting an expansion called In the Name of the Tsar. We're getting Eastern Front maps, featuring forces including the Russian army and the Women's Battalion. Fuck yes.
Women.
Hey, I mean the Women's Battalion fucking kicked ass for Russian.
I'm not saying anything about that. I just cannot get hyped.
You just don't care about Battlefield 1.
No, I really do not. That or any Call of Duty ever. I just do not care.
All right. So, getting to the big thing of EA, their EA Originals. Holy shit, this year they got someone who was actually enthusiastic. Alright, so this is by the developers of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. A great game with an interesting premise where it's a single-player co-op game. Their new game is called A Way Out. It's an entire split-screen co-op adventure via either local or online multiplayer.
That is a game I am legitimately looking forward to, and I know we're gonna make this like later on, but that was probably one of my favorite games of the show in terms, of gameplay mechanics, and the story looks really interesting. Yeah. So I can't wait to play this.
All real time. It's all real time, including cutscenes. So as one character is going through a cutscene, the other character can still progress.
Yeah, that's something that me and one of my friends. I don't know if we would do, because I don't normally do Let's Plays anymore, just because my life is so hectic. But when that comes out next year, if we have the time available, we might try to sit down and play through. We'll probably just play through it for fun. I don't know if we'll ever live stream it or something, because I'm one of those guys, I can't really force a reaction, because usually when I play games I'm pretty silent, so I don't know. But I think it's going to be a game I will be keeping my eye on, and if it's being made by by the Brothers game, I have been interested in playing that. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's been on my to-get list. If I see it on sale, probably on PSN. I just haven't had the time to really go out of my way to get it yet.
Alright. Next up, we have Project Seed. I have no idea what this is. I just wrote it down. I don't know what this is. I think it's, hold on. Let me actually look at it. Look it up. EA Project Seed. EA's new Seed research... EA's new Seed research unit goes hand in hand with the power of Xbox Project Scorpio. No. The Search for Extraordinary Experiences division, Seed, is an international skunkworks at EA, which has been established to pursue cutting-edge advancements for use in games. As explained on stage by the company's executive vice president, Patrick Sutherland, Seed is an avenue for exploring visionary concepts within EA, a feat that's sometimes hard to pursue within today's major AAA publishers. Looks like it's a mix between R&D and it looks like it's their R&D thing. I'm not too sure what this is.
Moving on then. I'm sorry.
I think it looks like it's EA trying to basically further their stance as a third party publisher. So, interesting. All right. Up next, BioWare's new game, Anthem. We'll know more. They just showed off a teaser trailer. We'll see more at Microsoft. Up next, Star Wars Battlefront. And this is what really made me think, was I even watching EA's conference? Are we sure this is EA we're talking about? Because we got several news things, which, considering looking back to EA Battlefront 1, it's kind of jarring. We got a new, unique story following the Inferno Squadron. Take a force loyal to the Empire, and the story is taking place immediately after Episode 6, after the Death Star fell. We got multiplayer in maps from all three eras, prequel, original, and extended. We have space battles, fucking finally. Local split screen, which you almost never fucking see these days, which this is the second game EA in a year EA's doing split screen. They have a game A Way Out, which is basically a game built on split screen. And now we're getting local split screen for Battlefront. And this was the big one. All future updates free of charge. No DLC, no season pass, all of it free.
You know,
starting with a holiday pack based on The Last Jedi coming out, where we're getting Finn and Phasma as playable characters.
I still don't know. I mean, like, I forget who it was that said it, but that might be something that they have, like, hey, here's this little free stuff, but, like, maybe in terms of how gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, yeah, that'll be free, but maybe, like, extra characters and stuff. I just don't think that's gonna be, you know, free DLC. I mean...
Well, no, that's what they outright said. All characters, all additions, all additional content, free. Absolutely free.
I mean, if EA is wanting to change their ways a bit, which I really do not believe that for a second. I mean, I want to say yes, this is a thing I would love to see, is to where if you've got more characters and stuff, fine, you know, to make up for all the microtransaction bullshit that EA does and is still doing to this day. If they can prove me wrong,
you want to talk microtransactions? That's Ubi. Ubi's the worst.
Well, even then, EA is almost sometimes just as bad. I'm just saying.
And actually, no. Yeah, EA's with microtransactions. Ubi is season pass. Yeah.
Yeah, but I personally, if they can prove me wrong, then by all means, that's good. But I'm just not convinced. I mean, first off, I'm not a big Star Wars guy, so I mean, Star Wars Battlefront 2, I'm happy you guys are getting it, and I'm glad it's fixing a lot of the problems that that, you know, the original, what I saw anyway, had. But if it's gonna be, you know, I'm just trying to say, if you are a Star Wars fan, and this is still EA, you can say that all future updates are free. Still go in with a grain of salt, just a little bit, because I'd hate for people to get... I'm all for one who says, you know, get as hyped as you can for a game that you're excited for, because that game is going to mean something to you. I mean, I was freaking ecstatic for Persona 5 and Breath of the Wild, and both those games exceeded that hype I set for it. And I would love to see Star Wars fans get that same, you know, reaction after the, I'm sorry, tragedy that was Battlefield 1, Battlefield Star Wars Battlefront, whatever, because that's really all it was, I think, anyway.
Star Wars Battlefield. Yeah, it was basically them doing Battlefield before Battlefield
1, yeah, or whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, as I hope that you guys get to have a great Star Wars game again, because I don't think you guys have had one in a very long time. Like, I am not a Star. Like I said, I'm not a Star Wars guy. Like, the last Star Wars game I played was Lego Star Wars on the GameCube. So, yeah.
I mean, outside of the Battlefront games on the PS2 and GameCube, the only other good Star Wars game we had was Force Unleashed.
Which I never did get to play that. I did have my eye on it, but I never played it.
But, yeah, the big thing is, this is Battlefront 2. As in, this is them trying to do, basically, EA trying their shot at one of the most iconic games from the PlayStation 2 era. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2 was a goddamn powerhouse. It was a marvel. It was one of the best games on the system. To the point where even that the official servers are down, people are still doing like LAN parties, private servers. Like, it's just, EA has a lot to not only just make up for with that fucking pitiful first Battlefield game, but this is Battlefield. This is Battlefront 2. They have a lot to live up to with regards to the successor, their predecessor. But on that note, I'm really hyped. I'm not hyped. I'm really looking forward to it because it's like I'm every time I get excited, I remind myself, this is EA we're talking about.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I really want you guys to I want this to fulfill that hype that you can set for it, but at the same time, because this is EA, just be cautious, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's it for EA. Any final thoughts on EA?
Didn't watch, didn't care.
Alright, moving on to what I think was one of the best conferences, Microsoft.
I
thought you were gonna, because I think we have our notes in different orders. I thought you were gonna say Bethesda. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
are you high?
Look at how I posted them in the Discord. That's the exact order.
I think I just copied it wrong, but yeah, okay, I'm on Microsoft now.
But yeah, I did pay attention to Microsoft too.
Yeah, I did too. I always take the days off.
We finally know what the Scorpio is.
And what is its name?
Get to that in a bit. Anyways,
what is its lovely name?
You were saying, John?
I was gonna say, like, Microsoft's to me is always like just fun to watch because it's the start. To me, it's the start of E3. I know it was technically this year. It was with EA, but fuck EA. I don't give a shit. But with Microsoft, I always get like, it's always that, okay, here we go, new E3, show me the games, and I will
this
say
year they blew it out of the fucking water.
They did what Sony did
last year. I would say personally, to me though, Microsoft is my second favorite conference, or maybe third favorite conference this year.
For me, it's second favorite.
For me, second and third is tied between either Ubisoft or Microsoft, because both of them did do a good job. That and like Ubisoft's is just fun to watch for sometimes the cringeworthy memes, although that didn't happen this year.
Yeah, Ubisoft was better, but I don't know, it just didn't feel like it had that charm. So, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Yeah. But Microsoft, okay. Full disclosure, I haven't been a fan of Microsoft for a long time. I've never had or personally owned a Microsoft console. No,
I've only ever had the original Xbox.
I had the original Xbox, and then I got a 360 just to play Tales of Vesperia, and then traded in that 360, and I have never bought one since. I did get one from a free donation.
Yeah, I never had an Xbox. I never had a 360. I have played on friends' Microsoft consoles, but especially with the Xbox One, I have had a big, not necessarily disdain for Microsoft, more I've had umbrage with their practices, especially with how they've been treating their PC, their PC install base as of late, especially when it comes to their fucking UWP system. That's a piece of shit, and the fact that Microsoft has shown such contempt for the PC market it's like, we're going to have our games on Xbox also available on PC, but to make you guys want to get our Xbox, we're going to make those PC ports utter shit. I like that. Ever since they started doing that, I've hated them for doing that. And also the fact that they kept fucking lying about the when it came to marketing, when they were first marketing the Xbox One. Yeah, that didn't help either. So I have had umbrage with Microsoft for a while, but with that said, the sheer fact that this conference had me excited the entire way through, that's saying something. The sheer fact that now they actually convinced me to actually want a goddamn Xbox One, I'm sold.
And I get that, I really do, but I'm gonna say that. Okay, so going into how much the new console, it's the Xbox One X, which is the PS4 Pro, or
as you want to call it, the Xbox.
Yeah, it's basically the most powerful console ever. And that's
coming out November 2nd and I was really surprised with this fucking price tag, $500.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be much more. I thought it was gonna be much more.
I'm gonna be straight up honest. I think because it's that price. And Microsoft is almost pulling what Nintendo did. Now, just hear me out on all this, okay? With the Wii and the Wii U, the general audience had a very hard time discerning between the two. As a person who worked in retail, I can tell you firsthand, I had so many customers that did not know.
Yeah, everyone thought the Wii.
And I know the Xbox.
Here's
the Xbox
the thing.
One is not as bad as that because the Xbox One S and now the X all
sorry to cut you off there, but do you want to know the biggest problem with that? It's not necessarily the name. The name was one thing. It was the marketing.
I know that too.
Nintendo focused so much on the gamepad, no one realized that it was a console attached with it. Everyone thought it was just the gamepad. That was the problem.
I know that. I'm just talking also about the naming thing. And I forget who it was that said this, but someone said that if a kid says for Christmas that they want, and again, I'm going to just tell you, this is how the general audience is going to react to this. And why I personally think the Xbox One X should have been at least $399 too as well. Because as soon as me and my friends saw $499, I said to them they just killed their own console before it even launched. And now I get it, you can say it's the most powerful console ever, but here's the main issue with this.
That's honestly cheaper than most graphics cards.
Well, I was going to say the right now, the general audience does not really use 4K. You can say all you want that 4K. Sorry, just knocked over my mic.
Well,
you could say that 4K is like this next generation thing. It's going to be awesome to do. The problem that Microsoft is going to have with that, especially because they also announced that the Xbox One S is going to be $249, is that you can get a console that is going to be rendering out at 1080p that will upscale it to 4K, or you can get the other console that does do 1080p natively, and then you can stream like Netflix, all your streaming apps in 4K. Really, when you get
for half the price.
And honestly, that is what's going to be selling more than the Xbox One X, because you can say over and over that the graphics look amazing, but if it's one of the main problems that Sony has been running into with the PS4 Pro and VR is that they just don't have a way to market it to the mass audience. I mean, like I said, it's a neat idea and concept, but I think that the fact that they made it $499 and they have another system that can already do more or less what the X is doing at half the price, they have just killed their own console.
Here's the thing. Let me just and not necessarily correct you on that.
Yeah.
So going into it, was looking at the specs. It's not just graphics; it's outright power. Like we're talking. The thing about 4K is even if you don't have a 4K TV, if you just have like a 1080p, that shit is up. That shit being downscaled, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
because it's still rendering.
HDR.
It's still
HDR.
Yeah, it's HDR. So the thing is, it's native. It's not just native 4K. It's native HDR. On top of that, that power, unstoppable 60 frames per second. Like, for me, I'm not a graphics whore. I'm a frame rate whore in the sense that I don't care if it's 60 or 30. I care if it's stable frame rate. You could give me a 60. You could give me a game that runs at 60, but if it fluctuates, I'll take a game that's stable 30. Now, the thing is, with regards to the price, that is perfect for the people who are very, very much interested in that type of graphics. Because the thing is, then that might not be you. I'm sort of interested in it with regards to power. But with regards to like graphics, I could just wait and go stick with the 1S. But with the Scorpio, yeah, I'm gonna keep calling it the Scorpio, whatever. Because S and X just sound too similar. So with the Scorpio, at $500, that's less than most graphics cards.
Not everyone's gonna have that money.
Yeah, that's way less than most graphics cards. And the thing is, if you're a graphics whore, you probably do have that money. My thing is, my biggest concern was that it was going to be much more expensive. With how much that they were pushing it,
expensive.
How much they were pushing it, I was afraid they were going to put in 4 digits around the line of gaming laptops.
Oh no, dude! If they would have done that, then
there's
no way.
Again, and I've already covered this in the pre-3 video, and I've said this to death.
4 digits.
That would have killed Microsoft. But at $5, cheaper than most of the Nvidia 1080, like 10 series, that is fine. Like honestly, that is fine. Like the thing is, it's at $500. It's not like they're going to make a loss from the Scorpio, because there are people who are gonna just go ahead and go for it at $500.
But
the thing is, especially with the price drop for the 1S, they're still going to keep afloat. It's like, here's this amazing console, and if you want it, $500. Because the thing is, from the S to the Scorpio, there is a big difference, but the S is still powerful enough, if that makes sense. So with regards to, either or, at that point it's pure preference. If you prefer the cheaper console, still powerful but not as powerful, go for it. But if 500 is fine enough for you, and you are really into graphics and frame rate and smooth gameplay and 4K and all that stuff, then yeah, go for the Scorpio. Again, it's not necessarily them killing their console, it's more them knowing their market and knowing that not everyone would be into something like that. And honestly, the people who actually would be into something like that, as opposed to the 1S, would most likely be the ones who could afford it the most. Does that make sense?
It's still not going to be a lot in the long run.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be a lot of sales, but it's going to be enough.
I don't know. I mean, only really time can tell. That's about all I can say.
Like, the thing is, it's not as long as they're doing fine. Like, both consoles are selling well, they're going to be fine.
Well, the S is going to sell
honestly,
a lot.
Yeah, especially with that price drop. And again, that price isn't too much where, no one's going to get it. Again, that shit it's going for the level of modern graphics cards. So, like, if you want to build your rig, honestly, you're better. Like, if you want a big upscaled rig, at that point, for the cheaper version, you're better off getting the Scorpio or the Xbox One X. But I don't know. That's just my take. 500 is well enough as it is. I personally want a One X eventually. I'm waiting for the price drop. Like maybe a Black Friday sale next year or something like that. Wait a year, I'll get the One S, and then I'll upgrade maybe in 1 or 2 years. What about you guys?
Honestly, I still say I think the One S is worth getting.
Yeah,
now.
The One S is worth getting since I don't have an Xbox One anyway.
Especially, like I said, they really impressed me with this fucking conference. And the fact that I'm saying that, it shows me that, yeah, they did really well. Mm. It's like just hearing what I'm fucking saying, it's like, goddamn, they really did impress me. About time. It's the thing where it's like, with the marketing for the Xbox the past few years, they've been going with making us feel like we need an Xbox, but now finally what I've been waiting for and what they finally did is now they made us feel like we want an Xbox as opposed to needing one, if that makes sense. And that feeling is exactly what sold me.
Anyway, though.
Yeah.
but that's just me. So moving on to, are we done talking about the Scorpio?
Yeah, pretty much. Ready for the games.
Okay, let's talk about the one train wreck during Microsoft, Forza Motorsport.
Racing, yay!
No, dude, the guy that they got to announce for Forza, he fucked up. Like, he was so nervous that the goddamn producer for Forza had to save his ass. Like, he practically forgot the name of the game and all that. Like, he was so fucking nervous. But yeah, Forza is Forza.
Yeah, it's a racing game. What else is new?
Yeah.
Next up, Metro Exodus. I've been interested in the Metro series, haven't played it.
Never really heard of the Metro until now.
Post-apocalypse, trapped underground.
Yeah, I watched Angry Joe's review of it a few years ago, and
but
was that Last Light or 2058 that he did?
I think it was just called Metro Last Light.
Yeah, okay, then that one's the racing one. I think
it's a survival game.
Kind of.
Yeah. It's more of just a first-person survival horror, just a horror game, really.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now because this is the first game where we're actually moving to the surface.
No, you went to the surface in Last Light.
At the end, this game's taking place entirely on the surface.
That we know about. Keep in mind, in the trailer, he was running from zombie rats.
And a bear.
Bears. Anyways, so right around that was when the conference really started to pick up, because after the One X, like, Forza really dragged. Too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after that we have Assassin's Creed Origins.
Which, actually, first time I've been
looks fucking fun!
First time I've been interested in an Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag. Now, if I'll pick it up day one,
usual,
I don't know.
Doesn't look great in terms of its fucking models, frame rate.
I mean,
I'm liking the gameplay. For me, the fact that it's using an armor system. First off, during the when they were showing it off, Eric and I were thinking back. They're taking gameplay right from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, slow motion arrow shooting.
And armor equipment and
See, actually, one thing I was really happy, I was kind of like, ooh, this is interesting, because to me, it's a way to change up the Assassin's Creed formula. Like, I did not play Syndicate that much, so I don't know what changed between 4 and Syndicate. So to see like a level up system, like an actual level up system, I thought was really cool. So
I'll say I'm kind of pretty biased when it comes to Assassin's Creed because I love Assassin's Creed. I've been a diehard fan since Black Flag.
I started with the first game.
Outside, I didn't really give a shit about Unity because everyone knows about Unity.
Oh, I didn't give a shit because it was multiplayer.
If anything, what pissed me off about Unity is because it caused everyone to overlook the better game that came out at the same time, Rogue.
Which I did hear good things
about.
I
love Rogue. I love Rogue. It's a good one. If you like Black Flag, you'll like Rogue.
It's a good game.
But yeah, Black Flag, Rogue, Syndicate, those are all amazing. And I can't wait for Origins because, 1, Egypt. 2, they're revamping the combat. It's going for more, action combat as opposed to... It
kind of reminded me a little bit of For Honor, just a little bit.
For me, it reminded me more of Zelda. It was like Zelda mixed with... Assassin's Creed was already kind of a mix of, the Arkham style of combat.
Not
a little. A little bit. Striking, counter, and all that. Stealth attacks. It was Arkham style-ish. Style-esque, in a sense. But now it's more Arkham meets Zelda. Which is interesting. But, definitely what's interesting me, with, loot system, armory system, and best edition, I can fly high like an eagle.
Yeah,
we actually get
vision.
Literal eagle vision. We actually get literal eagle vision. Damn. Weird. That was the biggest holy shit. Now this is interesting thing for me. And yeah, I know John's gonna say this. For me, there was one point in the trailer where I just smiled. When he was just sliding down the goddamn pyramid.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I was like, holy shit, that actually looks really fun.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting this game. I've
Can you shield surf down the pyramid?
I don't know. But
would be some shit if you could shield surf in this game.
Yeah. And also, from what it seems like it's gonna be pretty heavily based on Egyptian mythology. So
well, yeah, it's Egypt.
Not just Egypt's setting, but also actual Egyptian mythology, Assassin's Creed.
One location being Anubis.
One of the one thing about Assassin's Creed is it tries to be a bit mystical. So it seems like we're actually going into actual Egyptian mythology. So that's a +1 for me, mythology buff. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it, definitely.
Anything else?
Nope. Next game.
Up next, PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Was that the cartoony battle game?
No, that's later.
Oh, okay.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Basically, it's a 100-man battle royale. Think Hunger Games, but 100 people with guns, and you're basically airdropped onto a set of islands, and you have to fend for yourself. Kill everybody, stay alive.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of gameplay videos. I've been watching Rooster Teeth play it. I watched Pro Jared play it, and I've been watching PBG play it. It is a game that does look very fun to play.
I played the beta. It was pretty jank when I played it.
I will probably more than likely be checking it out, just not yet.
yeah. If anything, I need to wait for updates or for proper reviews, or I need to wait to see more. But the announcement was it's getting a port to the Xbox One. Outside that, Deep Rock Galactic, I don't know what that is.
Don't care. It looked just like, oh.
What kind of game was that?
Was it an
Basically,
FPS mining game?
Thieves, dwarves.
Yeah, that's it. Dwarves, FPS mining.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that one was it. It was kind of interesting. State of Decay 2, basically the only good of the my personal favorite of the zombie survival genre, where the interesting thing about State of Decay is, unlike others where it's, we have to fight through and try to survive the zombie apocalypse, State of Decay has that feeling of there's no surviving this. The world is fucked. You're fucked. All you can do now is survive as long as you can. And like State of Decay, it's one of those where you're working with other people to build like a community and just try to survive, survive in raids from other groups, zombie raids as well. Just try to survive. You have to go out of the colony to scavenge for resources, stuff like that. It's really interesting. It's one of those games I've always liked. That's kind of all been overlooked, quite often, and the fact that it's getting a sequel, I'm looking forward to it.
I didn't play the first one, so I have nothing to say. Moving on.
Eric, are you gonna say something?
Not really much for the zombie genre anymore.
I never was.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's been done to death, but honestly, I say,
death.
Shut up. State of Decay is one of those where it actually puts a unique spin on things, where it's honestly really worth playing. Up next, the Darwin Project. In other words, Hunger Games with powers.
Oh, was that the cartoony one?
Yep. I'm definitely interested in that one.
Yeah, I was interested in that one.
It's Hunger Games Battle Royale, whatever, with powers. With abilities. You got fucking force fields. You got
stealth.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like, that actually was interesting. And going for Ubisoft level cringe, which they actually succeeded better than Ubisoft themselves this year, they got a typecaster. Yes, please. Anything on Darwin Project?
No, I was pretty interested in it.
All right. Up next, Minecraft. Big thing. We got two big things. One.
Graphics
actually
update.
three. A super ultra high def graphics pack.
Yeah.
Which is coming to all consoles. 2. Cross platform servers on all consoles.
Yeah.
Crossplay with every single platform. PC, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, Switch, mobile. Every platform under the sun, cross-platform.
I think so, but did Sony, didn't they confirm, or am I thinking of Rocket League, where they said no, we're not doing that actually with the crossplay?
I think
that's just their stance on cross-platform in general.
Yeah, because crossplay with crossplay servers. Microsoft and Sony don't really want to do that, but since this is Minecraft, I mean, you kind of feel like they all kind of agreed to it. But yeah, Minecraft confirmed crossplay servers for all systems, including mobile and PC. And we're getting they're allowing community-hosted servers. Awesome.
Never played Minecraft, don't really care.
Yeah, for me, I go back and forth.
It's a bonus. The cross-platform is a bonus.
Yeah, I really like Minecraft, but for me, Terraria is the better one. Up next, Eric!
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Basically, new 2.5D fighter, anime style.
It's being made by the guys who made Guilty Gear. It's gonna be a
Arceus,
good game, I can tell, but I'm just not into fighting games. I follow Bandai Namco on Twitter, and that's all that I've been getting from them is Twitter notifications about Dragon Ball Super Fighter Z. I'm sure it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
I haven't played to me, the last game I played that I enjoyed fully of the Dragon Ball Z fighting games was Tenkaichi 2. Not as much as Tenkaichi 3, but Tenkaichi 2, I fucking love that game.
Budokai 3 for me.
Yeah. This game's main shtick is 3v3.
Yeah. Anything else? Eric, you're the Dragon Ball guy, so...
It comes out 2018, so other than that, there's not much else. Looking forward to it.
Alright. Up next, we got Black Desert Online. If you've ever played... This is already on PC. It got released on Steam last month, actually. If you've ever played it, you know... Or if you've even heard of this game, you know... People love this game for the character creation. Like, the gameplay is pretty great, but the character creation is the most in-depth in any out of, like, ever. That character creation is so in-depth, and oh my god, the models look so fucking gorgeous.
Not a guy for MMOs. Like, I think you guys are the only ones that have convinced... I'm still thinking about playing FF14, but like
FF14's great.
But like I just haven't really ever...
Generally for MMOs, I've kind of been on and off. For me, it depends on it. Like, I've tried my hand at different ones. I used to play Defiance back in the day before, it fell into the goddamn free-to-play trappings when it became free-to-play, even though I spent fucking $60 to buy the fucking game. Anyways, outside of that, honestly, right now the only MMOs I've been really still motivated to be playing, DC Universe Online and Final Fantasy XIV. Speaking of which, Stormblood Early Access Friday, motherfuckers!
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, Black Desert Online, this is definitely a game I'm interested in playing. I'll either get it for Xbox or PC. I think I might just go ahead and get it for Steam. But yeah, if you like character creation, you're gonna spend fucking days on this, because I know a lot of people who don't even play the game. They just make a character and that's it. It's because of that, it's actually a pretty good role-playing, role-playing game. Like, for some of the servers are pretty RP heavy. Yeah, outside of that, we have, actually, I lost my place. Where are we?
We're at the
We're
last
going
night,
to the last night.
which does look good.
And it looks good, but that trailer, it didn't show anything gameplay-wise. And, if it looks good, it looks good. I'll support the team, but I've been hearing things about, like, the lead dev, which I'm not going to go into depth about it, because, I want to get, stir shit up, but, yeah, it's, I don't know, but regardless of what I hear about the dev, if the game looks good, I'll go ahead and get the game, but, it's one of those games where it's interesting, but, I'll pass. Mostly because there's an even better looking game that came right after that, The Artful Cafe.
I thought it was called The Artful Escape. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Artful Cafe, Artful Escape, one of those two.
I read Cafe.
Yeah, I saw Cafe from that. But yeah, Artful Cafe.
I just said...
That one looks amazing. I just said
it was 2D Gitaru, man.
Huh?
I said it was 2D Gitaru, man. That's more or less all I got all of it. Oh, come on. You don't know what Gitaru Man is?
Nope. It was The Artful Escape.
You mean The Artful Cafe?
It was The Artful Escape.
Gitaru Man was a PS2 game that was a rhythm game about this boy who picked up just this random guitar and he became Gitaru Man. It fantastic fucking soundtrack. So.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, where Last Night tried to go, like, a bit, it's bright colors distracting you from a dark setting. Artful Cafe was bright colors to encourage that bright setting. It looked fun. But yeah, I'm interested in Artful Cafe. Up next we have Code Vein, Vampire Dark Souls. That's all I know about it.
No, it's being made by the guys who made God Eater, which means that my friend Jordan is going to be eating that shit up. I have never played a God Eater game. He has told me I would enjoy them. I myself have just not had the time. It does look good, but that's all I can really say about it.
Honestly, when it comes down to like the vampire games, for me, Vampire is the big one for me this year. Like, Code Vein looked interesting, but Vampire just really grabbed my attention almost immediately. And that it's Don't Not Entertainment, so, the guys that did Life is Strange, so hell yeah. So, Sea of Thieves.
Pirate MMO.
Yeah. Well, Pirate Adventure. Like, we'll get to it when we get to Ubisoft, but this one is specifically going for, the fun elements of, like, and by fun I mean lighthearted fun elements of being a pirate, the adventure, treasure hunting, stuff like that.
I think my favorite
a pirate's life for me.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say, yo ho, hiddly dee, being a pirate's the right way for me.
You are a pirate!
That was pretty much what...
Yo!
Do what you want because a pirate is you are a pirate.
Like, that to me is more or less how E3 was during, before we got into later conferences, but that's more or less all I was seeing was just pirate
Stuff
you
everywhere.
Are a pirate.
Yeah, that was interesting. Next, anything on Sea of Thieves?
I might get it.
Looks interesting. Not my cup of tea, though. I know that, Ubisoft did announce Skull and Bones, which personally I think looks a little bit more interesting, but that's just me personally.
Well, I guess, okay, since you brought it up, jumping ahead, I brought it up for that comparison specifically. Sea of Thieves is going for the treasure hunting, the fun aspect of it, the lighthearted, like you're adventuring, you're on the seas, you're treasure hunting, looking for treasure, you're exploring. Meanwhile, Skull and Bones is combat, plunder. It's the dark side of being a pirate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So honestly, if anything, I'm interested in both. But yeah, I'm definitely getting it, when we were doing it, since we were already getting drawn, getting hooked by, Xbox, Eric and I, when we were watching it, we were like, playthrough. But yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Tacoma. No idea what this was. It was a CG trailer, didn't show anything.
Next.
Glancing from the Steam page, it has something to do with AI or rogue AI or something like that. I don't know much about it.
Anyway, next. Super
It's so
Lucky's Tale.
It's so cute.
Which I'm not gonna lie was my favorite thing from the show. That's going to be exclusive for anything Microsoft, but it's going to be on
It's adorable.
What's this? A cutesy 3D platformer on Microsoft console?
You fuckers are trying to one-up Yooka-Laylee.
Not that hard, by the way.
Unfortunately.
I never even played it, so I have no opinion on it.
It's
I know what Yooka-Laylee is.
Though I will say for the record, that little fox really looks like a Tails with just one tail.
Yeah, he looks so fucking cute.
I just like how everyone was thinking it was Conker when you saw his orange
Guilty! Guilty!
You said Conker Jr.
Yeah. But he's so fucking cute. I want a plush. I already want a fucking plush of Lucky.
Hey, I'm still waiting for freaking Indie Box to do another box of dust because I want that fidget plushie thing.
And it comes out November 7th.
Yeah. It's so cute. It's so joyful. Up next, we have Cuphead. Disney! Classic Disney animation, the game.
No, that's Bendy and the Ink Machine.
We have a release date, people! September 29th.
Woo.
You know, I know there's a lot of people who are excited about it, and, you know, I'm happy for them, but again, it's just, like, this is, like, why I say, like, I think Microsoft, was just, like...
It's a platformer. It's a platformer with an art style of classic Disney.
Yeah, well, I always thought it... I thought it was more of a shmup, but then again, I think that's the only level I've ever seen in action, so I could be...
Well, platformer shmup. All I know is it's being hand-drawn and it looks fucking amazing. Anything on Cuphead?
Coming out.
Alright, up next, Terry Crews, motherfuckers!
Power! Alright, I'll buy some Old Spice. God.
Crackdown 3. This game looks... adrenaline. The game.
I don't care about Crackdown. I've seen Crackdown 1 in action, but
Crackdown 2 is fucking adrenaline. Like, I played Crackdown 2, and oh my god, it's a fucking adrenaline. And with Crackdown 3, especially, goddamn it, Terry Crews, I hope you're in the fucking game. Yes, please.
Power! Fuck!
What about you, Eric?
I'll look into it.
And they showed after that they showed like a quick clip show of a few various other games. Going just like Tacoma, we have one Ashen. I have no idea what that game is. But I do know what this next game is. Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Okay.
Again, a prequel following Chloe and
and
Rachel.
I'm gonna get into something that really pisses me off about. Like, this is after, like, when the game was shown, I was freaking out. I love Life is Strange. I really do. But
me too.
But now I am not going to get into any of the strike that's going on. If you know anything about voice actors with the SAG-AFTRA or whatever it is.
Performance Matters?
Yeah. But the voice of Chloe from Life is Strange is not reprising her role for this game.
Really?
Because of the SAG-AFTRA.
Of the what?
The Performance Matters thing. Again, I'm trying to get the name right, but I know I'm butchering it. But because she has been an advocate for that, they said that they will not reprise... she will not be able to reprise her role as Chloe.
That's a shame. I mean, you know what? Considering this looks like it's taken quite a bit of time before.
No, because the thing is, like, you've played Life is Strange to completion, correct?
No. Okay,
well, I have. And
the thing is, this is before she dyed her hair blue, so...
Yeah, but the thing is, from what they're showing in the trailer, this doesn't take place more than maybe a few weeks before Life is Strange, and honestly, I'm more upset.
I was about to say maybe a year before.
No, it takes place at least like maybe a few months beforehand. But the thing that just it more pisses me off about the fact that Chloe, this character I've already come to love already, because of now again, I'm not getting into anything dealing with businesses or anything like that. But because of the strike and the way it's being done, that the actress is not being able to reprise her role, I think is 100% bullshit. I really think that is 100% bullshit because she is in this strike for the union that I think she's a part of. Again, I am not like I follow voice actors on Twitter, and I'm kind of familiar with kind of how some of it all works, but I do think it's bullshit that because she's been an advocate for that they kind of more or less said, yeah, you're not reprising your role for this game.
That's a shame.
And I really think that's 110% bullshit. So, I'm excited for the game, but I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind now when I play it, and that's unfortunate because, like I said, I love the fuck out of Life is Strange. To me, it was if there was a game that I could go back and re-experience, it would be that one. like if I had to make like a list of top 5 games I would love to go back and re-experience, that one is in that top list. And unfortunately, that's gonna ruin it for me now. So,
that's a shame.
But that's just a rant I wanted to get off my chest because it really did piss me off.
Hey, you're fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Up next we have Shadow of War.
Whoa.
They showed off that they have an expanded Nemesis system with a brainwashing system.
Never played Shadows of Mordor. Sure, it's gonna be a good game.
Me neither.
But
I have it on Steam. I'll get to it eventually.
Eventually.
But I know Snake's I know Pat's happy.
Eventually.
But yeah, there's not much I can say because I don't have experience with the Middle Earth games. Up next, Ori and the Blind Forest sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Will-o-wisp?
I've been wanting to play Ori for the longest time. Never got around to it though.
This looks amazing. Again, for me, everyone was making guesses. I knew it was Ori right away from that soundtrack. I love Ori soundtrack.
You see, you say that about something like Trauma Center or or Xenoblade. I'll agree with that. It's just one of those things. Like I know what it is. Like when you can recognize the soundtrack because you love the composer's work so much. Like,
yeah.
Unfortunately, though, like I've never played Ori. I do want to play it. I just haven't. So.
All right. Up next, we're getting OG Xbox backwards compatibility.
Woot.
Not nice.
Yay. No.
Get some Jet Set Radio.
I'm happy for the people that, can replay their games, but it's just one of those things, like, for me, I was, like, I mean, that's cool, and, my friends were saying, well, Sony is still, like, not doing that backwards compatibility thing, and I don't know, it's an interesting thing of how backwards compatibility has become more of a request nowadays, and I'm all for it, too, by the way, but, something I wanted to ask about this. The backwards compatibility, is this going to be like PlayStation Network where they're just putting the games on like the Xbox Live, or can you get your physical copies of those games?
That's the whole idea of the backwards compatibility. Use your discs. The thing is, there's like a backwards compatibility like area on the network where you can download the assets of the game so that it could properly read the disc. So, like, you're downloading the game, and you can use your disc.
Okay.
That's how I understand it. But yeah, so, and outside of that, they showed Anthem off to close off the show, and looked pretty good. It looks like, I don't know, a mix of Destiny meets Iron Man?
Oh yeah, Destiny meets Halo.
Yeah.
I thought that was... Oh, never mind. Wait, that was really just fucking redundant what you said. Destiny meets Halo. They're both made by Bungie.
Oh yeah.
Ah! I don't know, Anthem looks interesting enough. I did hate that they used the mic trick, though. The pre-scripted VoIP.
Oh yeah,
that
the in-game
scripted?
scripted voice chats.
I hate, dude. Ubisoft.
No, I asked, do you think Skittles was pre-scripted?
Wait, what?
Prescribed Skittles.
No, I said, do you think Skittles was pre-scripted?
Skittles.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
Buy some.
Anyways, anything on Microsoft overall? For me, this was one of the best conferences.
And all. It's just that most of the games I just didn't care about, and stuff. I would like to make a request that we could just skip Bethesda because literally nothing was shown off other than Wolfenstein 2.
Well,
we're about to do it. It's short.
We're gonna skim it.
Yeah. Because we've been at this for an hour. We're just not getting done with Microsoft.
That's because Microsoft was pretty lengthy.
Big. Yeah, honestly, with how short Ubi and Sony were, this won't take much longer.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
All right, so Bethesda, or as I should say, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bethesda Land.
Fucking hell.
Eric, you had your thoughts on it, didn't you?
Thought it was like, what the fuck is this Bethesda Land?
It was worst conference of the show. I don't care. Worst conference.
Yeah.
But let's skim through this stuff.
We'll get to why.
Let's skim through this stuff.
VR, Doom, virtual fucking reality.
Yeah, VFR, boy.
Don't care.
I
do not care about VR. I am so fucking sick of that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in VR purely on a technical standpoint and development standpoint. Doom VFR looks interesting. It doesn't look interesting as Fallout 4 VR, especially. That shit's going for a full fucking price, $60, as an separate game. Yeah, I don't get it either. All right, but Doom VFR is going for a lower price. I know that. Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind.
Don't care.
No, this is not Elder Scrolls Morrowind Remastered. This is a Morrowind expansion for Elder Scrolls Online.
Don't care. Don't. I'm
Also,
not an Elder Scrolls fan.
Also, I'd like to point out there's no point in showing this because this thing came out a few weeks ago.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, Elder Scrolls Legends, Heroes of Skyrim. It's a card game like Gwent.
Don't care.
Oh boy, so you guys remember when Steam was doing paid mods last year?
Oh, yeah.
Bethesda's bringing that back with Bethesda Creation Club. Only this time they're hiding it. Where it's purchasable with currency.
Moving on.
Not real money, with currency.
Moving on.
Look, I understand like paid mods, like, modders need money too. But at the same time, this should not be something that's handled through a publisher. That's something where if you go to the Nexus modding forums, like the modding centers of like Nexus forums, there is a donation page where you can actually donate some money to the modders themselves directly.
Moving on.
Bethesda, get your heads out of your asses. Anyways, Skyrim on Switch.
Ooh.
Yes, we're getting Breath of the Wild.
One of the biggest requests ever.
Champion Tunic, Master Sword, and Hylian Shield. Yes, please.
Yeah.
We're getting Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. I don't know if this is DLC for Dishonored 2 or standalone.
It's an expansion. But it's gonna be it's either gonna be.
Is this like Freedom Cry for Assassin's Creed 4?
More like Trials of the Blood Dragon for
Trial of the Dragon.
Oh, so it's a standalone game.
Yeah. Kind of, right. But it's an expansion, though. It's like Halo ODST.
Alright. So Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, September 15th. My game for Bethesda, Quake Champions! Fuck yes! I used to play Quake back in the day. God, that was amazing.
Never played it, but looks interesting.
Okay, if you like fast action, high octane adrenaline shooters like Crackdown, you'll like Quake Champions. Only Crackdown seems to be co-op, and this is PvP. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Evil Within 2. Never played Evil Within. I hear bad things about the ending. Like it's a cop-out ending, but for people who liked it, there's your sequel.
Yeah.
Up next, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Question, how was Wolfenstein the New Order?
Never played it.
Never played it.
Me neither.
I think
I never grew.
I think you're gonna have to
I didn't grow up with Wolfenstein. Yeah, I didn't grow up with Wolfenstein. I grew up with Doom.
In fact, this was the one game that he was the most giddy for out of the entire conference.
Because we get to shoot Nazis.
Like, the only thing that made me laugh was that, like, Nazis were arresting the KKK. I thought that was pretty funny, but...
Yeah, that was a good one. But, I mean, outside of that, it's Wolfenstein. I mean, I know Wolfenstein, it's basically the not Doom.
Yeah.
Well, Doom's the not Wolfenstein, because Wolfenstein came first.
Yeah.
But they're both similar. One, you're shooting Nazis, one, you're shooting demons. I mean, I'm interested, but I know I'd have to play New Order first. But yeah, maybe.
Papers, please.
Papers, please.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I mean, outside of that, there was nothing else. So for me, it was Quake Champions and Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein 2 piqued my interest, but Quake Champions really got me excited. And we actually got info on Skyrim on Switch. Outside of that, nothing much.
Yeah. Done with this.
Moving on to Ubi. Halfway done, people.
Yay.
Ubisoft.
Oh boy, Eric, you want to take...
I want to talk about this first one a bit. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I was about to say, Eric, you want to take the reins on this one? Because I know you were the...
We finally get to see what it looks like.
Yeah, because you've been the most...
I think.
Yeah, it looks
I want to play this. Like, it looks really fucking fun.
It looks interesting, and maybe I might get some laps out of this shit.
It's Mario XCOM.
I mean, fucking hell, Rabbit Kong.
The only
That's
thing,
right.
And one thing I was super like to me, the one thing that would have made me say no, I will not buy this, is if they did that Rabbit Scream bullshit. Because I never really did play. I think the only Rabbids game I ever had any interest in in playing was Go Home, because I heard it was actually a fairly decent platformer.
I still think they're fucking better than the Minions. Fuck you, DreamWorks.
Oh yeah, dude. I think that the Minions are cancer to animation, but like that's a whole other.
I'll take Rabbids.
That's a whole other discussion waiting to happen.
At least
anyway.
Rabbids. At least the Rabbids had a fucking personality when they were the bad guys for Rain Man.
But anyway, yeah. I love just how like different that got everyone talking after all the like speculation, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is like the worst thing in the world," and now everyone's saying, "Holy shit!"
It wasn't the worst. To me, it wasn't the worst thing. It was more questionable because it's bizarre that Mario.
You want to say how you said it in the pre-3
in an RPG.
You want to say how you said it in the pre-3 video?
But Rabbids. That's pretty.
It's like, it's a Mario RPG with the crossover with another franchise, but Rabbids?
Yeah. Because again, it was bizarre, but after seeing this, I'm interested.
And apparently this was Miyamoto's idea.
But, by the way, who else called bullshit when he said, "I have Rabbid figures on my desk"?
I don't, because fucking Miyamoto. We don't know.
We don't know.
No one knows what's going on no one knows what's going on inside that maniac's mind.
You mean his office?
I looked at my friend. I just said, bullshit.
But anyways, so yeah, it definitely looks interesting. Do you guys have anything else to say about it?
Looks interesting.
I mean, they showed it off.
It's coming
pretty
out
in depth.
August 29th. Not too far away.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can talk more about it at Nintendo because they showed it off in
Yeah, but
detail.
they also gave the release day in this conference.
No, the release day was Nintendo.
I could swear they gave the release date in Ubisoft.
I don't.
Yep. No, that's why I put it down on my Nintendo notes. But anyways, yeah, Mario and XCOM. Yeah, sure. We'll talk more about it when we get to Nintendo.
Oddly enough, not a lot of screaming.
Yeah, and we have Assassin's Creed Origins. Yeah, we talked about that during Microsoft.
Yeah, it's just a little extra gameplay. That's it.
Yeah. The Crew 2.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me neither. South Park, The Fractured But Whole.
Which I am very excited for.
More gameplay.
You know, I laughed harder than I should have when I finally caught, like, I've seen that trailer, 20 times already? I finally caught what Wendy's, name was.
Was it Power
Call Girl? Call Girl.
Yeah, it's Call Girl. I caught it the first time.
Oh my god.
So just any fucking asshole can be a superhero now.
Well, that's what the whole theme of the game was, but like me and it's really funny.
Oh, dude,
like,
he just called me a fucking asshole in my mind. Oh, what a dick.
This game has been like such a game that me and my friend Fallon have been waiting on for just so long. Like, because I pre-ordered this shit when it was first announced because I love the Stick of Truth. I keep saying when like the year Stick of Truth came out, or like it was a few months after, Paper Mario Sticker Star just I hate that game so much. And this was a true like Paper Mario-esque game. You know, I know, yeah, it was South Park, but it had the battle system of a Paper Mario game. And this one's going to be more RTS, but that's
going Battle Network. It's going Battle Network.
Yeah.
You know, RTS where Kingdom Battles. So, oh god damn it! So Ubisoft is making more RPGs now, where we have Mario and Rabbids being the XCOM RTS style, and South Park is gonna be
Well, I think Ubisoft is just publishing.
Actually, no! Holy shit! They're making three RPGs technically, because we'll get to the other South Park game in a bit. But so we have Mario and Rabbids being RTS XCOM style. We have Fractured But Whole being RTS Battle Network style, and they're making jumping the gun a bit. South Park Phone Destroyer mobile RPG. It's going back to the Paper Mario style of fucking Stick of Truth. But yeah, for me, my thing is, I'm not even excited for this being a sequel to Stick of Truth. I'm excited because of what they're referencing. I love the imagination. I love the Cthulhu trilogy. The Mysterion and Cthulhu trilogy. That's one of my favorite series of episodes from South Park.
My favorite episode has always been the World of Warcraft episode.
Oh, that one's great. But for me, the writing in the well, also because I'm a goddamn Cthulhu fanboy, I love the fact that they just brought him in, and they brought in BP. They made a jab at BP with the Deepwater Horizon. But yeah, like for me, the writing there was just phenomenal. Like, I can't wait for this specifically purely because of that.
I did check it today, and something I am glad that they
also it's parody. Also, it's making an absolute parody of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Something though that I saw that I was so happy to know that they are still including that if you do pre-order the game, you do get a copy of the Stick of Truth for PS4 or whatever system you pre-order the Fractured But Whole on. So.
I might go ahead and pre-order for PS4 then. I mean, I have Stick of Truth on.
I've had mine pre-ordered for over a year now.
I have a Stick of Truth on Steam, but I might pick it up for PS4 then. Anything else about South Park in general, Fractured But Whole, or Phone Destroyer?
Nope.
Oh, what do you think of Phone Destroyer? It's a mobile game.
Don't care.
Mobile's been getting better, damn it.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I don't
like
really. I don't really.
Eric, if you like Injustice 2, there's an Injustice 2 mobile game.
Yeah, I know. But
it's a fighter,
I don't really game on my phone.
Plebs. Anyways,
it's like
what
I have
the
a
fuck
handheld designated for gaming.
So we have a new a game with Elijah Wood, and I don't know what the fuck. Transference?
Is it The Legend of Spyro?
That's not Ubisoft. That's Activision.
Yeah, but Elijah Wood's in it.
And it would be a Skylanders.
No. Okay, the recent games, yes, I guess. Transference. What the fuck did I just watch?
Unless they show something, I do not give a crap. And then I saw it was like a VR type of game, and I don't know.
Ubisoft doesn't do VR though. Like
it was either that one, but there was one where it was like, your life, don't worry about it. Your life is perfect.
That was transference.
Yeah. Which means to me it's sounding like some pretentious sounding shit. I am just not gonna care.
I'm waiting. Hopefully next year they show some more, or they show some more later down the road. Because, I mean, I'm all for mindfucks, like I said, Pony Island and Super Hot. Eric, how you reeling from those, by the way?
Huh?
How you reeling from Pony Island and Super Hot, by the way? But outside of that, Just Dance 2018, been there, done that. Skull and Bones, we just covered that. It's pirate combat.
More
it's
pirates.
And it's based off of the pirate combat from Black Flag and Rogue.
Damn, I'm all for it.
Yep. And again, this shows the plundering side of pirates. So I'm definitely interested in both Skull and Bones and
Plunder and loot.
And I'm completely trying to blank. What's Sea of Thieves? I was about to call it Thieves' End. No, that's Uncharted. We have outside of that. I mean, I'm interested in both. Starlink, Battle for Atlas.
Just
Customizable real-time customizable toy thing.
I've never been in games like those. No.
I'm interested. I mean, the concept that it's like real-time, like customize your ship, that really interests me.
Honestly, when I thought it was custom robo.
For my thing, as long as they don't sell that shit sell them as try to go. No, okay. I think like it's gonna be like a bundle, the game with the toy, or maybe they'll sell the toy separately, but sell them like fucking Disney Infinity and Skylanders. No, I just hope it all comes together. Like my hope is, because Ubisoft doesn't really do this that much. So my thinking is for Ubisoft, trying their hand in it, I think they'll just you have the game and you have the figure and you have a set of parts. Because the whole point is, customizing the damn thing in real time. Like, okay, replace the guns with cannons, replace the Y-wing with an X-wing, stuff like that. I'm interested. It doesn't have my full attention yet, but it's got it a little bit. What about you guys? Anyways, we have Steep, Road to the Olympics.
Don't care. I never played Steep. I'm not into extreme.
Yeah,
I never played it.
Far Cry 5.
Excited for it. I do love Far Cry.
I like the partner system. That looked interesting.
I mean, that was technically also in 4 too. I mean, people.
Was it? I haven't played 4. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's in 4. You can have your friends do co-op, and you can do the Mercenaries of Hire and stuff. I think the dog is new, but that's about
right.
it.
What was the new thing that they showed off? I remember seeing something new in the gameplay.
Pictures are evil. I don't know.
Something.
All I know is, praise be to the gun, for he sent his only bullet down to save us all.
I'm looking forward to Far Cry 5. I'm gonna admit, I don't think they're gonna have an egocentric villain, unfortunately, because that's always been like my favorite part. Like I started with Far Cry 3, and I love the fuck out of
Voss.
Dude.
Voss Montenegro.
No,
Voss Montenegro.
The guy from 4, his name is eluding me right now, but he.
Pagan Min with Troy Baker as the voice. Yes.
I love Far Cry 4 personally more than 3. The only thing about 3 I think I like more than 4. I know it's really like small.
I'll take Voss over Pagan Min, personally.
Not me. Mostly because of just the open-endedness that you can do with
I love Troy Baker to death, but seriously, Voss was just the right psychopath. Like, goddamn. But anyways, you were saying?
Nah, it's just one of those things where with like the optional ending that you can get with him. Just like all the stuff that goes into 4. Like 4 is just to me a better game than 3 in every way. But that's just me. But anyway, Far Cry 5, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I would love to still see an egocentric villain, but if they are gonna do like this religious thing, I kind of know how they're gonna go with it. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but you know, I think they could do a little bit better.
Eric?
Never really played the Far Cry series.
I'd say play 3 and 4. I think
up next. All right.
Up next,
and
the biggest thing that everyone's waiting for.
About fucking time. About fucking time, motherfuckers.
Also, you know what? Going into that, we could sum up this trailer in just one word: fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they're making it. I did.
I've got a date, and I don't do late. I fucking love that monkey. I love that fucking monkey. Was enjoyable.
That pig just really felt the need.
I want every fucking. I want every fucking man on my fucking payroll in this fucking city to go after that motherfucking bastard. I was like, Jesus, Ubisoft, what the hell?
Yeah, because we're totally mature.
Well, no, okay, the thing is, a lot of people are saying it's being try-hard. My thing is, it's being the mature in that it just doesn't care. It's not trying too hard, and more that it's just having a laugh with it.
I mean, yes, mob bosses do like to curse a lot.
I mean, it was like,
as you know from personal experience.
as generally shown.
They're having fun with it. It's not like they're trying to, do it to appeal, make it themselves seem older. You could tell they were having fun with that trailer.
I got a little bit of
especially with that fucking monkey. It's like, come and get us, motherfuckers!
Mm-hmm.
Like,
where does the story take place?
This is a prequel.
Why is it labeled 2?
I don't know. But this seems to be a prequel.
How do you think I feel with the Zero Escape series, okay?
The person the person at the end that they handed the disc to, it's being everyone's guessing that's Jade's mom.
I mean, it's possible.
And then they actually did not show what systems it would be available on yet.
You know it's going to be on all gen consoles.
It is Ubisoft. Wouldn't be some Switch. It wouldn't be some shit if it were Switch exclusive.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, I mean that was the rumors that Mario and Rabbids was being was a deal between Ubisoft and Nintendo, so Nintendo could secure the rights for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I would say more that's to get Beyond Good and Evil on their system. That's just me, though.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see when they show it. Again.
So, that's still my favorite line. Hey, I don't. So where's the money? I don't do late. I've got a date. Anyways, or something like that. I fucking love that monkey.
Yeah, the monkey was enjoyable.
Can I just say, that trailer looked gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it looked great.
Alright, so anything on Ubisoft?
Nope, they were
before we move on
they
to...
They were pretty good all around, especially when compared to Bethesda.
Well,
yeah.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
Alright, so up next we got Sony.
Yeah.
Really fucking short.
Not one of their better runs this year.
Yeah. Alright, let's start off. First off, I love the music that they started off with. And for Uncharted,
Uncharted.
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I'm an Uncharted fan, and I cannot wait for Lost Legacy because
I don't want to go into this was
go ahead. No, you went.
This was off the call, but more or less about how I feel about it is that I can tell that they're not putting as much effort into this game, and even though it is being made by Naughty Dog, I'm still kind of like, I don't really think it's going to be all that good.
You're being a bit skeptical.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a side story rather than a main campaign following side characters.
Well, I mean, I know it's gonna. To me, it just looks like they're not putting as much effort into this one as.
Well, what is showing that for you? Because I mean, we even from behind this, I still don't see that. I still don't see what you're seeing with regards to, like, what's giving you that impression.
I can understand the suspicions.
Because
like, I understand suspicions, but I don't see, like, if you're seeing something, I'm not seeing it.
Because they're not charging full price for this game, so that tells me immediately that...
Wait, we know the price already?
Yeah, it's gonna be $40.
Again, well, $40 doesn't mean much. Again, a price doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying it's
like, I mean, especially
because it looks like I don't know if they're going to be putting in as much effort as they did with 4. And I mean, 4 was a very, very big game. I get that, and this is coming out a year right after that. But
so it's a side story. Like, honestly, if it were $60, I would be pissed. I'm glad it's $40 because this is, it is a side story. I'm not gonna deny that. So if it were $60, then I'd be pissed. So at a side story at $40, honestly, that's making me think that they are going all out rather than, a $15 side story DLC. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's gonna be a fun game. I'm probably not gonna pick it up personally just because it's not gonna give me that same Uncharted feeling I got from 1, 2, and 4. And yes, I did leave out 3 intentionally. But it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, we should just wait to see more. Because again, one thing, and this is a topic I want to eventually get onto on my channel. Price doesn't mean anything. Like, someone I follow, Jim Sterling, said it best when people were talking about No Man's Sky going for $60, even though it was an indie game. Jim was like, since when has $60 been the standard for AAA? Price. Since when has $60 been exclusive for AAA? Hell, if anything, price shouldn't mean, the fact that it is for AAA games doesn't shows that price doesn't mean jack shit. When indie games going for $20 have been a lot better. We've had indie games going for $20 that are miles better quality wise than $60 AAA games. And I mean, I agree with that wholeheartedly. So the fact that it's $40 doesn't mean shit for me. All I know is we're getting a side story with the side characters, which I'm really fucking looking forward to because, these are the best characters, even better than Nathan. So
Sully has always been my favorite, personally.
Outside of Sully, yeah. I mean, outside of Sully, definitely. Just going with the female side characters, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Eric?
Haven't played Uncharted. I picked up the Nathan Drake collection recently.
Yeah, I need to replay the games. I have the Nathan Drake collection and Thieves End. I still haven't played Thieves End because I was planning on playing that after my replays. Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds DLC expansion story.
Never played.
Yeah, I haven't picked up Horizon.
Horizon is amazing.
I know it's good. I know it's good. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's great. So good. Except for that ending. I spoiled myself. God, that cliffhanger is stupid. So fucking stupid.
Maybe
I
shouldn't be doing sequel baiting, just saying.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 2 years we got news of a Horizon sequel. But anyways, yeah, I haven't finished it, so I'm not too eager to get into the DLC yet because I want to finish the game first. But I'll get it definitely eventually. Days Gone. People are assholes,
including you. Because damn, I got a good laugh when I saw him blow up that fence.
I
love
really
the fence and then the unleash.
A flying fuck about this game.
Yeah, it's another zombie game, but I just laughed when you blew up the fence.
Honestly, the gameplay is intriguing me. Like the sheer fact that you're able to do something like that. For me,
it's like Jesus Christ. You don't even have to give a fuck about the other people's safety.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested at best.
The people you were already raiding were assholes, but you just were the bigger asshole and let the zombies on them.
Yep. Anyways,
Jesus.
We have Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Which
the game that actually might get me into Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter is something that my friend Brandon. I mean, he is one of the most passionate Monster Hunter fans I have ever met. And I feel sorry for him because of the news that Monster Hunter XX or whatever it's called,
Double Cross.
They said that at this point they do not plan on bringing it outside of the West, but I mean the Switch is region free, so that
doesn't
fucking
matter.
Yeah, it's region free. It doesn't even matter.
At the same time, though, I think that is bullshit because Monster Hunter has been doing very well in the States, to my knowledge, anyway. In the last few years.
Dude, it's gained a massive cult following.
So the fact that they're not wanting to bring XX over here in Worlds, and it's not, and you can't convince me it's because they don't want it to interfere with World sales. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just bullshit. Because
two different consoles.
The fact is that, like I said, Monster Hunter sells over here. Why are they not bringing it?
Yeah.
You can't tell me it's because
I think it's because they already have Monster Hunter World.
No, I don't think that's good enough excuse because, like I said, it's shown time and time. Monster Hunter, like how many iterations of 3, including
and again, honestly, it's not really that big an issue considering the Switch is region free.
I get that, but still, I think it's bullshit.
But yeah, Monster Hunter World definitely looks like this might be the Monster Hunter to get me interested. But like, I just couldn't get into Monster Hunter. The only Monster Hunter game I've actually got interest in, Final Fantasy Explorers.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of that, I mean, we'll see with World. Coming and up next, yes.
I'll wait for my remaster in the next conference.
Shadow of the Colossus remaster. Yes.
That was probably the only time during Sony's conference I literally screamed.
Oh my god, I was so fucking happy.
Oh
my god, dude. It looks fucking amazing. That shit looks fucking gorgeous.
Here's something I wanted to bring up because it's something I really hope they do is bring in Colossi that never made it into the first game. Like, not as a sequel, but...
Dude, we already have fucking 16. What more do you want?
There was originally going to be, like, 18 or something. Well, first there was, like,
actually, I think there was supposed to be 24, if I remember.
No. I think there was supposed to be, like, 60 or something. Then they cut it down to 20, and then cut it down to 18, then 16. Yeah. But the thing is that...
Hey, I mean, we have a bigger space. I mean, shit, we could handle 60.
I mean, well, at the same time, though, I think 18 would be okay because... They did make sketches, I believe. I have to go and do the research again, but I'm pretty sure they did make some sketches for some extra Colossi. Like, I think one was like a giant
I remember that. I believe the definitive number before they cut it to 16 was 24. Yeah. Because they were trying to go for an hours of the day type thing, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, but, this is your chance to really expand upon that. I mean, in the long run, I think this is just going to be a glorified HD remake, which is fine.
But, we already have that with the PS3 collection.
Yeah, I know, but I think this is just going to be a remaster from the ground, from like rebuilding the textures and polygons a little bit. But like, give this a new experience with Shadow of the Colossus is what I want with this one.
Keep the same Colossi, but at the same time add new ones.
Like I'm just asking for 2, and I don't even think that's that much because to build a Colossi in the way that game works, I think 2. Is just enough. Like 2 is just
Considering this is on PS4, I think they can go further.
Yeah, they could go further, but I think just for big Shadow of the Colossus fans. More Colossus would be nice, but I think 2 more just do that, please. That's all I ask.
I'll say at least 2 more. I'd like to go back to the original concept of 24. But yeah, because if I remember correctly, they're supposed to each of the Colossus were supposed to be based on an hour. Because I forget what mythology it was, but I want to say Roman. I think I might have been Greece. There's a mythology where it bases certain beliefs on certain hour on each of the 24 hours of the day. And each of the colossi were supposed to represent those. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to that original concept. Eric? Scrub. Fucking plebeian. Anyways, we got Marvel versus Marvel versus.
Hey, just real quick, because I know if you're gonna go by off this list you gave us, I gotta go get something just real quick. So for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, interested? Not I think it looks good, but I think Dragon Ball Fighters is completely shitting all over it. But other than that, it's okay. And if you get into the next game, I don't care. It's the series should have died a long time ago, and that's all I've got to say on Marvel Capcom Infinite. And I'll be back probably after the next game that you guys talk about.
All right, so Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite looks interesting.
I didn't get to see much of it. I'm hearing mixed reception.
Story looks interesting. Gameplay leaves a lot to be desired because.
Also, is it true with the barrel-chested Captain America?
Yeah. Jim Lee. Oh, was that Jim Lee or no? Rob Liefeld. Yeah.
I know.
But no.
Because I saw a screenshot compared to that comic shot.
We got Ultron Sigma.
Sigma.
Basically a fusion of the two. Also, Sigma's DLC. Even though he's a big factor of the plot, the main fucking antagonist outside of Ultron, he's DLC.
Blech.
But yeah, and according to the people aren't really liking the combat.
Yeah, Fighters Z then is looking to be the better fighting game right now.
Yeah. Call of Duty World War II.
It's another Call of Duty. What do we expect?
But it's going back to World War II. Finally. I'm actually
Nazis.
interested in. It's World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind, especially with all the modern war.
We already got Wolfenstein too.
Especially with the modern warfare and future warfare games, I wouldn't mind Call of Duty going back to its roots of World War I or World War II. So yeah, I'm interested at least. What about you?
Never really been into Call of Duty. It's just boring as a first-person shooter. I prefer character in my shooters, like Overwatch.
And Crackdown?
Probably.
It's got the best character. Fucking Terry Crews.
Power! Anyway, next up is VR stuff.
Yeah, VR. We got Skyrim VR.
Woo.
Looks interesting. Star Child. The Inpatient. Final Fantasy 15, Monster of the Deep.
More fishing?
Fishing, motherfuckers!
Oh, God.
Yeah. VR fishing. It's VR. It's VR fishing. Moss looks interesting.
Okay.
That's the one with the cute little mouse. Stuart Little, the game. But yeah, that's a brief overview. Let's just wait till John gets back.
All right, next game on the list.
So yeah.
Did you have anything you wanted to say about VR before moving on?
Nope.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's VR.
Don't care.
Anyway, next game!
Dad of War! Jormungandr, motherfuckers!
Woo.
I know God of War is going to be a good game, but unfortunately, I'm just not a God of War guy. And
well, the gameplay looks to be much different.
well, yeah, that's fine and all, but like to me, it's going to be a fine game. I'm sure it is, but I just don't care. And this was my major problem with Sony's conference and why I think Microsoft just had a better conference overall. Is because a lot of Sony's games I just did not give a shit about. At least with Microsoft, like I said, with Super Lucky Tale, like I was genuinely like, oh wow, this game looks really cool. But Sony's hardly any of it, except for the Shadow of the Colossus remaster. I didn't really care about any of it. Aside from the final one, which we'll get to, but that's a bit for different reasons, though.
Anyway, though.
Alright, but yeah, Dad of War.
Coming out 2018.
And we saw gameplay. That combat looks so
more
good.
gameplay than last year.
Yeah. Yeah, that gameplay looks so good. Frantic, but at the same time, much more deliberate. It's deliberate, but fast. I really like that. I mean, nothing much. I do like how it's going into Norse mythology, and Chris is actually being a decent fucking person.
Good luck with that.
Let's see how...
I mean, from the story trailer, like, the story aspects, I mean, it's looking like he's actually giving a shit about his kid and all that. But, anyways.
Yeah.
Up next, David Cage.
You know, it's weird. I love...
No, wait. But let me rephrase that. iRobot, brought to you by David Cage.
Like, I personally really like the David Cage games. I know they have, like, a lot of flaws with them, like, besides the games just sometimes being a technical mess. Like, I enjoyed, and I know that, like, compared to Heavy Rain, because I did play Beyond Two Souls, I thought Beyond Two Souls was a much more interesting story than Heavy Rain, personally. Except beyond gameplay wise, like there is no game. But I get what people say about like his types of games and the type of like overall narrative gets lost along the way, and that is kind of true. But I am looking forward to playing this game at least once. Just to see all the different outcomes you can do. Although the androids rising up in rebellion,
Been done.
Again, like I said, iRobot.
I haven't seen or read iRobot.
It's decent. It's a decent movie, but I mean it's cheesy as fuck. But decent.
Honestly, it reminds me more of Chobits than anything, really.
Actually, it's a mix of iRobot and Blade Runner. But anyways, Destiny 2, I'm interested in it because, you know, it actually looks better than Destiny 1. And especially Destiny 1 actually did get a lot better after the Taken King expansion. But outside of that, we're getting a PC port, so I'm torn between getting it on PC or getting it on PS4. Other than that, final game, Spider-Man! Or as I like to
Parker,
call it...
I need you to bring me some pictures!
Or as I like to call it, Spider-Man: Arkham's Revengeance.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I'm looking forward to this game.
It looks like a mix of
Insomniac.
Arkham. It looks like a mix of Arkham Knight and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
I love what I saw with the gameplay.
Oh, but you were saying? You were saying, John?
No, I'm looking forward to it thanks to the fact that it's being made by
Insomniac.
Yeah, because Insomniac is my favorite first party. Well, I don't know if you still consider them first party or not after Sunset Overdrive, but they are one of my favorite developers. just the games they make are usually some of my all-time favorites. Like, I love to death the Ratchet and Clank series. So when I saw they were getting a chance to work with Spider-Man, I'm like, I don't even need to see trailers. I already know this game's going to be good. Because Insomniac, really the only times their games, to me anyway, have been kind of meh, was when they did some of the Ratchet and Clank spin-offs, like All for One, which wasn't bad. It was actually pretty damn good. But I never did play Q-Force, so... Or, Full Frontal Assault.
Also, best part about this, Miles Morales! Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
so for those who don't...
The other Spider-Man.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Miles Morales was basically the Spider-Man that replaced Peter Parker after he died in the Ultimate Continuity. And yeah, Miles Morales is awesome.
So which universe is this, Ultimate?
We don't know. I was thinking this was amazing.
I was just thinking it was a video game. In our own universe.
Okay.
Just saying.
I mean, true. They didn't establish what kind of Spider-Man we've got.
But this might be Ultimate considering we are getting Miles. So we'll see.
Before plot twist, we've been playing as Superior Spider-Man.
Boo!
Actually, fun fact if no one else caught it, but the voice of Spider-Man in Spider-Man from this game is the same voice actor as Simone from Gurren Lagann, and his name is Yuri Lowenthal. Trust me.
I was about to say that. Yeah, dude, you could just say it's fucking Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love what I saw with the gameplay. I love how
much... I knew it immediately because I've watched so much Ben 10.
Oh, I know him mostly as Luke Fonfabre from Tales of the Abyss, which is a series I guarantee I'm the one here who's played.
This is.
But
all right. So we done?
Yep.
Yeah.
With Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final thoughts at Sony. It was too short.
I already gave mine.
Yeah, it was a little lackluster.
Yeah, it was too fucking short. It was under an hour.
It wasn't even that.
They didn't even show much new outside of VR and Monster Hunter World.
And Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
And showing gameplay of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them that. They at least showed gameplay compared to last year where we only saw a trailer.
And we saw more of the story behind Detroit Become Human.
That game's but anyways, next year, right?
Huh?
Spider-Man?
Detroit, is it? No.
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
We don't know. But anyways, moving on to Nintendo.
Woohoo!
They finally kicked ass this year.
Yeah. I'm just glad they saved E3. Thank you. They saved
intro. All right, so they started off with an intro reel, quick recap of some of the stuff that we already knew.
Yeah.
ARMS comes out Friday. Splatoon 2 comes out next month. Rocket League, Pokken Tournament DX, EA FIFA. It was a bit intro reel, no more than 1 minute long, so it wasn't too much of a waste of time. Xenoblade Chronicles. They went right off showing us stuff for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That voice acting. That goddamn voice acting.
Look, I don't care what anyone says. I'm glad they're getting British voice actors for this shit. Because I love the fuck out of the English dub for Xenoblade Chronicles. And to get more British voice acting.
But that voice acting was so fucking terrible.
No, that's the thing. Like,
No, the voice direction was just
voice
awful.
Direction, I will
But,
say,
oh my god, that music.
Might just be for the trailers. I think that just might be for the trailers.
But can I just say, the fucking music.
Well, it's like...
Oh my god, yes.
Because something I found out that Xenoblade Chronicles soundtrack was somewhat composed by Yoko Shimomura, aka my favorite video game composer scratch that, my favorite composer of all time. I love her work. I absolutely love her work. So, if she's coming back to do the soundtrack, then by all means, I mean, I'm gonna get the game day one, but there's no fucking way this game is coming out this year, and it sucks. Like, I think
they actually did say it's coming out later this year.
No, you can say holiday 2017 all you want, but I do not buy that for a second.
Yeah, if anything, early 2018.
Honestly, I'd say summer of next year. That's my...
I say holiday. Especially considering that Switch dev kits have been circulating much longer than even we knew about the NX.
I mean, hey, if they can prove me wrong, then by all means, I'll be happy. But
we'll see when they drop a date.
Yeah, we'll see. But moving on, Kirby
Switch.
Yay! 2018. 4-player co-op. 4-player co-op, and they're bringing back power combos. Yes!
In a way, kind of.
You know, it's funny. People.
It feels like a mix of 64 and Superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Superstar, you can recruit enemies as CPU partners.
And you use those properties for your abilities. You can use a flame enemy,
which is
to
obviously
set your sword on fire.
It's obviously this game's gimmick, like the Hypernova was for Triple Deluxe and the mech was for Planet Robobot.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be a good game.
It'll be good. It'll be good all around.
They did a recap for Pokken and an undisclosed Pokemon RPG for the Switch.
I want my Pokemon.
And that's all they said. So fuck you, Pokemon Company. Give us more.
We already knew it was coming. So I mean, it's really not that much of a big announcement, you know.
If anything, at least give a title.
No, that's the thing. We didn't know anything about it.
I mean,
no, but
the thing that pissed me off, you guys had a Pokemon Direct last week.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you say anything about this earlier?
Say anything then?
It was a waste of time that absolutely stopped the flow that Nintendo had going.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But then they picked it back up with the next announcement.
Prime 4, motherfuckers!
I will admit I screamed like a little bitch.
Metroid Prime 4 in development, but it's not Retro Studios.
Yeah.
Hey,
so what the fuck are they doing? What the fuck has Retro been doing?
Donkey Kong? Question mark?
Hey, they can keep making Donkey Kong games. I love the fuck out of Tropical Freeze.
Oh yeah. But that's not the only Metroid game that's being made.
Metroid 2 Remake! Metroid Samus Returns for the 3DS.
Woo! And it looks pretty good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I've never.
Now that that's out, the CND actually makes sense for AM2R.
I don't know.
No. Here's the thing. You can blame bullshit patent, like legal patents system. The thing is, if AM2R were to go unchecked without getting a CND, that would put Nintendo at risk. Because the thing is, if they're both remakes of the same game, I'm not saying that this about a developer, I'm just talking, it puts them at a vulnerable position where if the developer of AM2R were to be a dick, which I know for a fact he's not. Like, he's an awesome guy. But if it were anybody else, that would put them in a serious legal a serious vulnerable position legally. And honestly, I kind of think that's what they had in mind. Like, they didn't want to screw over AM2R because, it's a person's passion project for 10 fucking years. So they waited for him to get the game out. It's online.
I don't a
CND can't do shit if once the game's out because it's online. It's online. You can't stop it. You can't take it out from the internet. So once the game went online, they gave it a day to circulate, and then the CND came. So that way, legally, they were protecting their IP. Because the thing is, if they hadn't, they would have been in a serious, vulnerable position legally.
Anyway, though,
Again, it's still crap that he got the CND, which means so that he can't update it like for any bug fixes or anything like that. But Nintendo's hands were tied because they had
been in development for a 3DS Metroid.
Yeah, the thing is, a game like this can't have been developed in less than a year.
Yeah, I know.
So the thing is, this had to have been in development long before AM2R came out. So that C&D definitely makes more sense now.
But anyway, next up, Amiibo!
Which I managed to get.
Babby Metroid! It's squishy!
And then new Samus Amiibo.
In the Metroid 2 pose, yeah.
Which looks badass, by the way.
I dig it.
That baby Metroid looks adorable.
I dig it. Samus finally gets her own gets her own Amiibo outside of Smash.
2 fucking Metroid games in a year. A 3D Prime and a 2D Metroid.
Yep.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that's just...
Also, can I just say I like how they're bringing in Other M combat in Samus Returns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it works. It's 2D.
Yeah. But yeah, so anything else on Metroid?
Nope, looking forward to it.
Alright. Yoshi!
Yay! And more Yoshi love.
Can't wait for when it comes out. Anyway,
Yoshi. Sorry, I was eating. My bad.
2.5D.
Yoshi for Switch, 2018. It's a 2.5D game.
And it's not yarn style. It's regular 3D style.
All right. Up next, Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC.
Wait, you skipped over Fire Emblem Warriors.
Okay, you go ahead.
They showed more of it. That's all I could say.
Exactly why I skipped.
Comes out fall this year.
They did announce that they did announce Marth and Tiki Amiibo.
Which I did manage to get the Tiki Amiibo as well. Thank God.
All right. So, Breath of the Wild DLC, they showed off basically a quick recap of the Master Trials. What's coming with it. Armor sets, the hero's path map function.
Korok mask.
Korok mask, and Trials of the Sword.
I like what I saw with that trial.
It looks like it's Eventide Island, but with a gauntlet.
It's that concept as a gauntlet.
I'm interested, definitely. And we got the name for the
and it comes out June 30th.
June 30th. And we also got the name for the next DLC for the holiday, The Champion's Ballad. Which remember, this is the one that's supposed to have extra story. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like a prequel type thing where it's gonna show, my guess, and part of the adventure that took place 100 years ago.
Probably.
Back when everyone was still alive.
Yeah.
And on top of that, talking about the champions, we got Amiibo for the champions.
Yay!
Mifa, Urbosa.
I got those too.
Mifa, Urbosa, Revali, and Darude.
Looking at Urbosa's, where the fuck is that support beam going to?
Oh, fuck you, Eric.
It's under her dress!
Shut up. Fuck, now I'm thinking about it too. Alright, moving on.
More Mario and Rabbids.
I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about the holiday DLC, though. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yep. This is where they showed off more of it, including the first boss, Rabbid Kong.
Yeah.
And they showed Bowser Jr.'s in the game, of course.
Is coming out August 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League coming to Switch. Nothing new there.
Finally!
Mario Odyssey!
Yes!
I'll be your one-up girl.
Definitely.
Jump high with me, grab coins with me.
I fucking love that song!
But, oh my god, seriously.
I
feel, again, like, this goes into, like, the feeling, like, a lot of people say they want a Galaxy 3. We don't need a Galaxy 3. We already have one. This, for me, is my Galaxy 3. Seriously, like, watching those trailers, watching the gameplay they were showing off at during the Treehouse, I felt like a goddamn kid.
This is pretty
just
much
like just like how I felt
when I was watching Galaxy being first announced.
This is what I wanted to go back to after 3D World.
Mm-hmm. And this is Galaxy meets 64.
Yeah.
Which means, Eric, you and I are gonna definitely be fighting.
Yeah,
for
we're
this.
we're fighting to record that game.
64 meets Galaxy. What could be better?
Also, I
know. If they took out the shit from Sunshine. Oh yeah.
You could possess anything: civilians, dinosaurs, taxi cabs,
tanks.
Yeah, fucking tanks.
Fucking bullet bills.
Yes. God damn.
Oh, you can even control electricity.
And return of 100 coin missions. By God.
Eric, the collectibles are green. You getting nightmare flashbacks?
No, they're moons, not stars.
That is interesting, but on top of that, we got Amiibo.
Yep. 3 Amiibo.
Groom Mario, Groom Bowser.
Or otherwise known
Everyone's
as...
dressed for a wedding.
Yeah, every nerd's cake toppers for a wedding.
Mario, Bowser, and Peach.
Also, Mario gets to dress up
Bowser.
this time.
Sombrero Mario.
Pancho Mario!
Hey, paisanos. Welcome to the Super Mario Super Show.
Oh my god, I love what I'm seeing with this game.
Yeah, it's and they showed off that trailer also showed off a lot of things you could do with the hat. You could do a spin attack.
Yeah.
You could chuck your hat down to the ground.
I even saw with
God,
Piranha
nice.
Plants, they eat your hat, but it's a distraction so you can spin attack them.
Nice. Wait, you have the spin attack?
I guess, sort of, but I don't know if you could use it for, like, double jumping.
But oh my god, dude, seriously. And what was the other part? They showed 2D sections too.
Yeah.
When you go retro because you're doing a 2D section
it really
in
reminds
a wall.
me of a Link Between Worlds wall sections.
Yeah. And oh my god, like seriously, that head combat looks great.
And John.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
Final announcement.
What was the...
Oh yeah, my remaster, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions.
Yes, I'm very happy that's coming out. I grew up playing the ever-living shit out of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I can tell you more or less where everything in that game is at. It's a game that has just aged so perfectly, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the graphics for the 3... I'm not saying, like, it looks bad, far from it, but I don't think the graphics are on par with what the Game Boy Advance tried to do for it. I still think the Game Boy Advance version looks incredible.
Oh yeah, I love it. I still love the sprites over what the 3DS games are trying to do.
Yeah.
What's the 3DS game trying to do?
It's gonna be in the style of Dream Team.
Yeah, in the style of Dream Team.
Where it's
And
like
I'm not saying that's bad.
Yeah,
of
it's
course,
not that
but,
bad,
Also
but I
3D?
love sprites the most.
Yeah. I mean, they technically are still more or less sprites. You're not really in 3D
It's
models.
just the types of models, I guess.
But yeah, so definitely with the reveals and the showing things off, they have the benefit of, making announcements during the spotlight and showing things off during the treehouse. That's how the Nintendo finally took advantage of their format. But Nintendo and Microsoft definitely stole
to me,
the show.
Nintendo.
Yeah,
to me,
Nintendo
won
topped
E3.
this.
Yeah, it's Nintendo, Microsoft,
Like,
Ubi,
damn.
Sony. Nintendo, Microsoft, Ubi, Sony, EA,
Like, jeez.
Bethesda.
Almost everything was new here.
Yeah.
And they finally gave Metroid its time in the light again.
I love that. You know that picture where it's like everyone's celebrating Link's 30th birthday, and then it's Samus off to the side, just celebrate with a cupcake alone with just a baby Metroid.
Yeah.
They did a new one. Where it's the same. Everyone's cheering, raising Samus up in the air.
the cupcake says 31. It's like, happy 30th birthday, Link. Everyone forgot about my 30th birthday. Happy 31st birthday, Samus.
You not only get a new Prime game, but a remake of a 2D game.
2 fucking games. Damn. You know what? Honestly, I still think Zelda got the better anniversary.
It definitely got the better.
Because here's the thing. The thing about Zelda, and this is something I'm definitely going to go into it when I eventually review it. That game is the perfect anniversary title. With all the references and callbacks that damn game makes, it is the perfect anniversary game.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how well Prime 4
But goddamn it, in light of that, Metroid getting both a 3D and 2D?
Yeah, that's
goddamn. Happy birthday, Samus.
Yeah, seriously, Samus. You got what you wanted. You got what you deserved.
You don't know that.
Sorry we were a bit late, but to make up for it, you get 2 presents. Oh my god, seriously, that was some shit.
I expect to see something of Prime 4 either in a direct, if not next year's E3.
Yeah.
Honestly,
agreed.
I'd say it's going to be out next year. That's what I think.
Holiday next year, probably.
Do we have a release date for...
No, they never gave a release date.
Development.
No, for Samus Returns.
September 15th.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, because I didn't catch it. That was when I started.
At least that's what I think it is, because that's when the what you call it, amiibo are coming out. So I'd assume
maybe.
I'd assume
maybe.
I assume they would.
Well, anyway, that's a wrap.
Yay.
Yeah. So how would you guys grade the conferences?
Bethesda F, Microsoft at least a B, Sony C, Ubisoft B, Nintendo A.
EA.
And EA, I didn't even give a shit. So
yeah, that would be the same for me.
Bethesda F, D, because the things that they did show were interesting enough for me. Especially Quake Champions and Wolfenstein. So Bethesda D, EA C+, Sony C+. Yeah, actually EA C, Sony C+, Ubi B, Microsoft A-, Nintendo A. Like,
yeah, just they really fucking
Nintendo and Microsoft just stole it.
They nailed it.
Like, again, for me, I'm putting Microsoft so high because they finally got me to be interested in the damn Expo. And especially coming from me, who gives Microsoft so much shit, that's saying something. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, I mean, I myself am hooked too.
Yep.
Anyway, that is the end of this E3 discussion.
Yeah,
it was fun.
And I know I didn't do any reports on my channel, but I'm going to be doing sort of individual videos relating to certain things that popped up. Like, I want to talk about the price tag issue, stuff like that. Well, actually, one thing I do want to talk about. Oh, how about Devolver Digital?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I don't have much time.
Same.
Yeah,
it was what bad. The hell? You should feel that. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I got bored with it.
But yeah, so that was a good E3. Definitely above average.
Oh yeah.
So with that said, thank you all for watching. You guys have yourselves a great night, and as always, thanks for stopping by. Hope you'll stick around.
Looking forward to these games to come in next year's E3.